20 minutes, but I'd made a mistake pressing I had it unlisted and not public. So nobody knew. I thought it was funny that nobody was coming on. I thought you'd all, gone to bed or something. You'll have to watch the replays if you want to see my dialogue. Who's going to be first on? Let's just finish this a minute. I'm just sanding the top of the elevator leading edge. Right, that's not bad. Let's just have a quick tidy up, because as you know, I like to keep a tidy bench. Just pop that straight into the bin, I think. Okay, now I'm going to look at the screen and see at least one person has joined me. 5 of you. Hey, now I was just saying that I've been recording or going live for the last 20 minutes since my initial debacle, and I pressed unlisted. Well, it was unlisted, and thank you, Nick. Welcome back, and Darren's back as well. So yeah, it was unlisted, not public. So there you are. I thought it was a bit odd that nobody was coming back. I thought you'd all, deserted me forever. So there we are. So we're up to 7. That's brilliant. And George is back. Okay, I'm back. I'm recovering. My hanging eye sort of camel. Oh, you're recovering. Lower left wing. That shed covering. Oh, that's right. It did. The covering came off, didn't it? Yeah, I saw that video, George. Yeah, I know my hanger 9 camel, which I'm not going to turn around, but it's up there. Look. Which I haven't flown for 3 months now. It's pretty rough, and it could really do with recovering, but there you go, other projects to do. Are you going to take off mode for Saturn V? No, I'm not going to do anything clever, Nick. Mr. Musk will be after me if I try and steal his thunder. So what I've just been doing, oh that's right, I've been sanding this. I was just about to sand the trailing edge, and I didn't because I wanted to sand the rest of it. But while I was vertical just now, you could actually see quite a lot of what I was doing, which was quite nice. But obviously I don't like vertical videos, but it's good for shorts. And now YouTube are doing 3-minute shorts. If it's under 3 minutes, which this is over 4 now, they'll put it as a vertical, or it'd be a short. Yeah, I want to, that's it, on glasses. So I'm just going to have a quick go at sanding the trailing edge down to match the contours of the ribs. But this is quite a bit of hard balsa, this, and I think that sandpaper's had it. Just wondering if I can take a little bit off with the David plane. No, I've got sawdust in my throat now. I haven't got a drink of water. I'm ill prepared because I wasn't going to go live. I've been filming on and off all day building this tailplane, and I had to have a big gap this afternoon because one of my brothers rang and 2 hours later we hung up. So I did film a little bit. I had to say, hang on a minute, excuse me, hang on a minute, Chris, do a quick bit of filming, and then back to the telephone conversation. 12, excellent. Good evening, everyone. Oh, you're covering, see, you're sideways for me. I'll get some more. Darren's building his invader. Darren, you need I got an oil-filled radiator because this room's not heated. Well, it is. It's a big rad, but I've turned it off because I've got planes on the wall. I don't want to heat them up. But oil-filled radiator is brilliant. It's electric anyway. Anyway, yeah, that invader is a fairly quick build. Pretty aeroplane. Never built one though. George is covering no Oratex, and Nick says every time. I can't remember what you're referring to, Nick. Sorry. Let me just do a quick bit of sand in here. What time is it over your side, George? I mean, you're on a similar level to us, aren't you? So I guess it's evening time. As I was saying earlier on, for those that weren't here, I flew the Fokker D7. Do you know what I had a chance of the other day? Wrong glasses. I had one of the chaps, 1:11 p.m. Oh, there you go. See, that's quite convivial, isn't it? In fact, it's 10 hours in front. Oh, beg your pardon, p.m. p.m.? Oh, it's middle of the afternoon then. Okay, so it's about 9 o'clock, must be 11 minutes past 9 here, so that's quite a big gap. Yeah, I had an opportunity, and I said I'd have it. Somebody found a Fokker D8, which is the monoplane version, the later one after the D7, obviously, in a shed, 30 years old, looking pretty rough. And I said, I'll have it, but I'd missed out on it. So that would have been a very interesting restoration indeed. Yeah, middle of the afternoon. Yeah. Is Melissa around then, George? Or is she out gallivanting somewhere? Because it'd be Monday for you, I suppose, or is it still Sunday? Are you hours behind or hours in front? I'm not sure. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, you were saying every time, yeah, his brother phones, it takes 3 hours. You'd think that we never speak. We don't. I hardly ever see him. He only lives 5 miles away, but he's busy. He's well in. He might even come on. You never know. He's well into his AI, and yeah, he's doing all sorts of clever stuff with AI at the moment. I'll tell you what I did. I found a bit of software. It was on, my 3D printer. I'll tell you in a minute. I've been offline for a while, but I have a new series in progress. Oh, have you? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we have missed you, Nick. Everyone's been saying to me, have you heard from the Baron Flies? They haven't actually. Yeah, my 3D printer is a Bamboo Labs printer P1P. They've got a piece of software where you just put a photograph up, just of my face. And sorry if you're eating then, by the way. And it turns your face into a bust on a plinth. And it's pretty good. And I uploaded a picture of my granddaughter, and it produced a file. It takes about, 45 minutes or something. There was 300 people in the queue in front of me. But I downloaded it and printed up last night. And from the photograph, I printed up this bust. And she's only 2.5. But what's so brilliant about this is I can now make a pilot of me instead of just a photograph. So how cool is that? So I've got to get my aviator glasses back because I left them up the flying field the other day. because I want to be wearing those in the plane and obviously my hat, and then I can make a bust. But fantastic software to be able to turn just a flat photograph, which is all it was, into this like 3D thing, which is brilliant. Says my little granddaughter there. And it's great when I'm in here filming, then she comes up, she stands in the little door there, she says, Bampy, what are you doing? And she wants, I've taught her what sort of wood this is. She knows it's balsa wood. She's pretty cool, starting young. Let's just see what people are saying. It's Sunday. Oh, Melissa's shopping with her lady friends. So I have build-in time. Excellent, good. That can't be bad. That can't be bad at all. Yeah. So you're working on the camel then, George, I presume, covering it. They fly beautiful, don't they? I bought mine off of a club member. It had a 4-stroke in it. I ripped that rubbish out, put a motor in it, yeah, it flies beautiful. I'm really pleased with it, actually. I'll have to get it down again. I mean, I've cartwheeled it. First time I flew it, I took off and too slow, tip stalled, and it actually cartwheeled. All it broke was one of the, flying wires, which, to be honest, I haven't actually replaced. I'm impressed with the bus. Can you do a commission? I thought I was going to say a mission then, Nick. Yeah, I expect so. The trick is finding a picture that isn't going to break my machine. Yes, well, I think as you're a mate of mine, I'll only charge you for the materials. Actually, this bust is big, as you can see. It's well, it's nearly half scale, isn't it? Quarter scale, half scale. No, it probably is half scale. It used quite a bit. I used about a third of a reel of stuff. What do you call it? That the machine runs on. So yeah, but obviously it'll be a lot smaller. The ones for our models. Just let me stick this on. Oops. Oh, sticky stuff. Nothing rude, Nick, by the way. Just stick that on, and then I won't sand the ribs. Caroline, good evening. Nice to see you, Cliff. Shame you are not on landscape. Oh, aren't I on landscape? See, I've had trouble, Caroline. I was on landscape to start, and then I turned the camera over. When I turned it back, it was saying I was upside down or landscape or something. So I've restarted it. So you're telling me I'm not on landscape? What's Darren saying? Cliff, where do you get them metal blocks from with the holes? I see them in your videos sometimes. Yeah, right here, Darren. 321 blocks, engineering blocks, quite heavy as well. I've asked for another set for Christmas, actually. So useful. Yeah, just go onto Amazon, search 321 blocks or engineering blocks. When they do come, they're covered in grease, so you've got to give them a good old wash. But they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've got 4 of them. I use them all the time for everything, not only just weights, but also for, I'll just read that before it disappears. Flying the DW Camel on Tuesday. I have 2 camels, 62-inch span. The left of the screen. Oh, no, your down is, no, you. Is anyone else seeing me in portrait? They do come in handy, Darren, for weights, but they also, because they're absolutely vertical, you can build with them. So anytime you want to get something absolutely upright, you can. But they're pretty heavy. I'm not sure how heavy they are. I've forgotten. This goes up to half a kilo. It'd probably be too much for it, I'm guessing. Probably a kilo or something. No, there you go. 404, 405 grams. Oh, press the wrong button again. Oh, that says PCS. I don't know what PCS is. I was trying to see what it was in ounces. I don't know what PCS means. Oh, grams, ounces. There we are. Let's get it in English. 14 ounces. So they weigh a pound, which is a good weight. Half a bag of sugar. I bought one set of scales. They go up to 100 grams, which are brilliant for the small models, but then not so good for the bigger models. I'm 90 degrees, Cliff. Now, what does that mean, Nick? Does it mean I'm horizontal or vertical? But if I turn my phone, you are landscape, but the comments are side. Yeah, the comments are sideways on mine, George, which is why I haven't damaged my neck. I'm reading the comments. I'm holding my phone sideways, but all is cool. Okay, well, all I can say, Caroline, is turn your phone sideways. I haven't watched the latest video, Caroline. I saw it pop up on my feed, but I haven't even finished watching Jeff's live stream yet from Friday night. I'm halfway through. Oh, he made me laugh. I'm going to put a comment. He made me laugh. He was talking about this glider fuselage, and he was saying how good I'd done the infilling. He said it's good enough. It would float. It's like a boat. Everything's so tight fitting. There are a couple that aren't, but he's building a clip wing Cub SIG, and he held up the front end, and I laughed. It doesn't matter. I mean, it fitted where it touched, and it doesn't matter because they're sheeted over the top anyway. But bless him, he said, and if you watch this back, which he probably won't, I wasn't laughing horribly. I was laughing because of the way you were laughing. And don't forget, I've got a little bit more experience. Portrait. I'm holding on for Caroline. I can't turn. I see. Sorry, Caroline. I thought you were on your mobile. You could try turning your screen. These modern screens, they're only thin, aren't they? You see what I'm doing here? I'm sanding this, but I'm not sanding the ribs because we all know this anyway. I've stuck some masking tape on so it doesn't sand the ribs. We all know this anyway. And the other good thing about this is if you should nick the rib with your sanding block, it doesn't break or crack the rib because it slides over the top, which is brilliant. One of those tips that you wonder how you ever got by without them. It's nearly there. This needs better paper in it, so there's not a lot of point in me continuing with that. Actually, I need to put on another piece of paper because you can't sand with blunt paper. It just doesn't work, does it? So I'm gonna leave that. As you can see, the rest of the tail plane oh yeah. Well, if it adjusts every way in rotation, Caroline. Anyway, Caroline, while you're on, so I take it you're going to be talking to the camera on your next video. I assume the one that's on there at the moment you haven't. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. But it'd be great if you did do a little intro. It's really awkward to start, but I think I put, didn't I? Just imagine you're talking to somebody on FaceTime. That's right. And you said, what's FaceTime? But just imagine you're talking to somebody that you know and a good friend, and you soon just chill, relax. Hello, everybody. 21 of you watching now. Thank you. Welcome to the live stream where I'm not talking about anything in particular. I was working, but I'm not doing anything now. I'm not going to do any more to that until I've changed the sandpaper. But I was just going to show you, just going to bend you down, wasn't I? I don't want to miss anything there. Oh, well done. Okay, Osmo Pocket 3. Okay, well, it sounds good. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to it. So there's my tail plane, guys. As a preview for you, because obviously this is the next video is going to be the fin and rudder. You've got to pretend you haven't seen it yet, and then that will sit obviously on top of, well, further down. But isn't it great making these small components? But you can probably see on the bench. I'm not sure you can. It's got so much on it. Move those out of the way a minute. You can probably see the wing, starting of the wing anyway. I've got the plan. Actually, that's a point. I might have to extend my board to get the wing on. The table's long enough. I've got some more plasterboard. I can just sit some there. But it's a great big wing, and I've got it going off the side of the bench at the moment. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. But as I said just now, it's covered in 0.4 ply, and I'm going to cover it in balsa. It's great, isn't it? And there's big bell cranks in the wings for the ailerons, which I won't be using. I'll put a servo here, and I'll run them down to those MPX, is it? I think it's MPX. It is MPX, isn't it? Those connectors where you can solder your wires to like 6 that would be 6 connectors, so you can just plug them straight in, and then you're not trying to connect lots of things. It's just under 3 meters, Caroline. Do it all the time. Just step out. Just step out. Yeah. Oh, MPX. Thanks, Caroline. Yeah. And I shall put those in. I'll fix the one in the wing, and balsa dust, excuse me. I'll fix the one in the wing, and oh, that's all right. You've got there, Lunax. Good. I missed you earlier on, Oliver. Good evening to you. Have you got that funny little boat finished yet? What are they called? I'm thinking of getting a Dave Bollington rookie major for future build. Had one back in the 80s with a PAW diesel 1.5 in the pod. And maybe go full electric. I would go electric. We had 1.5 PAWs for control line. Lovely engines, really powerful. Yeah, perhaps you ought to switch your mobile. Oh, Nick, are you on your? Well, don't turn it then. Go on your phone. I don't know, because this is the first time I've live streamed on my mobile actually, because normally I'm on my laptop with a webcam, but because I've changed my phone, because my old phone, which is the one I record all my stuff on, the front camera, which I'm using to see but making sure you can see me, is completely full of dust or something. So there's no way I film everything on the back camera, which is a bit annoying sometimes, because sometimes it's not aimed quite right onto the bench and you've got to muck about with zooming and stuff. But there you go. Oh, you're on your own phone? Well, can't you turn it, Nick, or whatever? Oh, Benchy. Thanks, Oliver. Yeah, the Benchy. You're still waiting for bits. Has anyone else done that then? Oh, yeah. Because so Oliver's making, when you get a 3D printer, one of the first files you print is a little boat called a Benchy, and it's like almost everyone prints a Benchy, and you can do it to make sure your printer's working and everything. But it's only that long, and Oliver's made it, I don't know, what is it, a couple of foot long, Ollie? I guess, I'm not sure. But it's big. It's going to be this funny, cute little boat. And anyway, I have you put a keel on it or anything? Because it's flat bottomed. Roman Polanski. I'm a crick in my neck. So have I. So have I. Can you salute my girlfriend? Her name is Aurora. We can. Hello, gentlemen. Yes, Aurora. Hi, Aurora. I'll salute you. No, that's right, Caroline. The bench is flat bottom, which is why I wondered if Oliver, because he's blown it up, has either put a keel on it or something, or there we go. Thanks. Aurora, it's a great name. I've never met a real Aurora. I remember there's a spaceship called the Aurora on Stargate, I think it was. But yeah, lovely name. Oh, bye. There goes Mr. Gentleman. He just popped in for us to say hi to Aurora. Oh well, it's made her day. Perhaps he's going to get lucky. Did I really say that? Okay. Now, what else can I tell you? That's it really. Were you here just now, Nick, when I was saying about the cockpit glazing for the Lunac? Oh yeah, is there a singer, is there? Sorry, Oliver saying people have put keels on them, but I'm not talented enough to draw one up yet. You can always stick a lump of lead on the bottom or something. I'm not sure. Boats, isn't it? If you want to talk about boats, if Chris was online here, he'd tell you all about boats. I wonder if are you online, Chris? Are you going to finish that? Are you going to finish that tender, RAF tender? He's learnt a lot. Well, no, probably will eventually. He's just got to finish building this lovely Tony Nye house. Is she Norwegian? I might look it up. Tony Nye house jet EDF. Chris and is all filler. Oh yes, he's all filler hull. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's probably more filler than wood now. It'll probably put in what it is sink. I'm making a Mark 9 U-boat. May I sink you? You could sink Oliver. There's some great U-boats, isn't there? Dom has them on occasionally on his channel, doesn't he? Essential RC. He puts up some he films anything RC, isn't he? And that's brilliant because it introduces people. I had this idea for a video which I'm going to do actually. Nautilus, hang on. Ollie's just talking to Nick. Nautilus, is that the Nautilus? Sorry, Oliver, is that the Nautilus on 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Jules Verne, wasn't it? Was it Jules Verne? I think it was. Lost my track again now. I knew I shouldn't have said. Knew I should have. But I've got so much on my mind. So many wonderful things to tell you guys. Anyway, we've got oh, it is from 20,000 Leagues. Yeah, that's a fantastic ship, isn't it? Aeroplanes are called ships. Ships are called boats. Well, U-boats are called boats, aren't they? Das Boot. Right then, guys. It's cracking on. I think I'm going to. I was up at 2 a.m. this morning. Actually, I was in here working at 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep. Only for half an hour. Went back and I was able to sleep. I was so keen to crack on with things. Do you ever do that? Just want to crack on and do stuff. So I'm really looking forward to getting a cockpit for this. That would be good. That will save me making a plug, because a plug it saves me making a plug. It's a lot of work for just one cockpit. So he is, isn't he, Darren? He's a nice chap actually. I've met him a couple of times at I met him at High Wycombe actually. He was filming. It was a micro races weekend day, Saturday I think it was, and he was up there filming, and he filmed me, and now he's building that that jet. It's his first build, which is great. And he came over and I said, "Oh, you're the bloke that does that slow motion bit at the end, aren't you?" And I said, "I've got a YouTube channel as well." He said, "Have you?" I said, "Yeah, I've got 200 subscribers." But bless him, he said, "Well, let me film your business card. I'll give you some, shout out," which was great. What's your net micro races kit cover? I'm not building another micro races at the moment, Oliver. there's so many good ones. I had a look at this bigger albatross at one of the shows earlier in the year, which was nice. But I'm not. I'm too much into wood again at the moment. I've got 7 of his aeroplanes, and because I've built those 2. Just like looking at on the wall, the minimum RC EDFs, which are great actually. The Nat and the what's it called? These I can't read it. I've forgotten what it says anyway. But they both fly pretty well. One's 2S, one's 1S. But they're not as good as Mike Races, but you know they fly well enough, and they're free. So what can I say? Roman, hello Cliff, hello mate. Can you do something about the weather down here in Cornwall? I have several planes which I can't fly because of the wind. You've got to get a slope soarer that'll fly in the wind. This year's been dreadful, isn't it? I've said before, if you can't fly, if you don't fly in the wind, you don't fly. And a couple of days ago, it was a very rare day, and it was, I don't know, 3 miles an hour, and that's when I filmed my D7 flying about. Need to make a sacrifice to the weather gods. Yeah, yes, he does. You do, Roman, definitely. Cool name, by the way. It's just been unbelievable, isn't it? The thing is, when I was learning to fly full size, my instructor said to me, Cliff, he said, your plane doesn't know it's windy. And it's quite right. It doesn't. Okay, it travels faster downwind and slower into wind. But apart from that, you know, I know it's not as much fun. When it's calmer, you can really, the model, you can trim it out beautifully and do nice, slow, controlled flybys at low level and what have you. But yeah, it knows when it's turbulent. Certainly your quads do, that's for sure. It just makes landing a bit more interesting, especially if it's gusty and you've got turbulence low down. But there you go. We all break models. If you're not breaking models, you're not flying really, are you? So there you go. Okay, guys, I'm gonna say good evening, because I'm gonna probably go and have an ice cream. Actually, how decadent! And we'll see you again. It's been great. You've all looked in, and yeah, I'll see you again Monday morning. Those of you who work, cheers, Darren. Have a good day tomorrow. Cheers, Caroline. And I shall get up at 7 o'clock and carry on with this and film. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one. That's what I normally say. I'm pressing the button. You can see my big finger coming up to the camera. There we go. Cheers, Roman. Oh, I'm still there. Are you sure? Yes. Bye.